With less than a week to go before the Republican Party decides where to hold its 2020 convention, Charlotte's Democratic mayor has found herself in the middle of the biggest political controversy since she took office. Lyles has led the charge to convince the GOP to bring the convention here to Charlotte, but opposition to that is growing. Charlotte City Council is set to vote on Monday on whether to accept $50 million in federal money towards preparing for the convention if it is awarded to the Queen City. So far, we know 2 council members have said they will vote no. 4 plan to cast yes votes, and 6 are still undecided. Council members who are opposed to the event say their biggest concern is safety. Protesters have been a fixture at Trump events. And just take a look at this. Protesters already starting in London protesting against the president in his visit to the UK. One group chanting and holding signs, another unveiling a large banner on the side of a bridge. Breaking late tonight, we've just learned that Mayor Vi Lyles is calling a special meeting of the Charlotte City Council on Monday. NBC Charlotte's Brad Berkey is live at 6. And Brad, what can you tell us about this meeting?
Well, it's going to be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and as you said, the council members will be asked to take the first initial steps towards bringing the GOP convention right here to Charlotte. Now, by doing all of this, Democratic Mayor Vi Lyles has found herself in a position where she could actually lose some of her own base because of this. Mayor Vi Lyles tried to gain support from the Democratic women of Mecklenburg County for her efforts to bring the Republican convention to Charlotte.
And what I would hope is that we would have the ability to showcase what's right about working together in government here in Charlotte.
The mayor has said the economic impact of the convention is something that can't be ignored. While there had been little opposition earlier this year to the effort to bring the convention here, now, with less than a week before Decision Day, concern is mounting within the mayor's own Democratic Party. 2 Democratic council members, Justin Harlow and Lawana Mayfield, have both said they will vote to reject it, and several other Democrats on the council remain undecided. Mayfield says her concern is President Trump's policies on minorities and immigration.
My community is majority minority, and I represent District 3 as well as the entire city when I vote. And when we have members of our community that are in fear, I have to take that into consideration.
After the mayor made her case last night, the Democratic women took a vote on support for the convention. The vote failed. So on Monday, then, it will be up to the City Council to cast their votes at what will be certainly one of the most significant City Council meetings here in recent years. Reporting live at the Spectrum Center, Brad Berkey, NBC Charlotte.
It sure will be, Rad. Thank you for that update.